Investigation. FG yet to gazette Islamic group's prescription. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. There are strong indications that the federal government is yet to gazette a substituting order of a federal high court in Abuja proscribing the activities of Yambindiga and Yantada Islamic groups about after 2 months later. Investigation by New Telegraph has revealed. Recall that sometime in November 2021, Justice ﷺ had declared the activities of the outlaw groups as acts of terrorism and illegality. This is where another aspect, where the AGF name is going to be found wanting. Okay, if you have not been following, information getting to us today was that the AGF, there was actually, a misunderstanding, or will I say, how am I going to put it now? There was actually an incident in Lagos where police officers were sent all the way from Abuja by the Inspector General of Police, IGP, and the AGF. They went down to Lagos State, and of course, they were there for demolition of, I don't know if it is just one building or buildings. And, the resident, they called out or they protested, and, the governor of Lagos State and the person of Babajide Sanwo-Olu came out, and he actually went there with some people, and he told the people that he is the chief security officer of the state, which is, of course, absolutely correct. Every governor in their specific state, they are the chief security officer, which means they stand to protect the rights and citizens and, of course, properties of their citizens in that particular state. Now, he went there and he spoke to the police officers, but the police officers told him that it is not going, that they don't take orders from him, like, that he should call the IGP, who is his boss, that's the team lead of that particular operation. He said, sir, you have to call, the team lead, because he's the one that gave orders, and of course, the AGF. And Malami's name was there. And I was like, is it not something, is it too difficult to just show courtesy by calling, by Malami now calling the governor of Lagos State and say, hello, sir, this is the situation we are hearing, and this issue has been taken to court, and this is the court. And of course, maybe it happened. There should be a communication to either by the AGF, by the IGP, or the court to the Lagos State government. But it did not happen. It did not happen. Do you know that when he went there, of course, on the side of a policeman, he did not do any right, because, of course, his direct boss is the IGP, of course, and he cannot disobey him. So what he said was to ask the governor to call this particular man. Now, long story short, Malami's name was found there. And this is just one out of many, many, many issues that the AGF name has been mentioned. Now, we are hearing another one now, which means I'm going to be saying this. When the indigenous people of, I'm going somewhere with this story, when the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB was prescribed, in fact, I don't even think it lasted up to a week that these gathers were made, and, the whole country, in fact, they're now referring to them as a proscribed, group. Now, just flip it and see, and tell me if you don't see anything wrong in this. You keep saying this. Whenever these people come out to speak, and when I mean these people, I mean those in government. When they come out to speak, they tend to act as if, number one, citizens are the one causing the problem for the administration. They are so super full of themselves that they don't want critics. They are seeing every feedback and every correction as critics. They don't take them. And of course, they are the one that are actually doing this. They cause these things for themselves. Tell me, what exactly is the AGF doing? Because he's in charge. He's supposed to write a gazette so that this thing can actually work. And of course, the so-called Super Tucano jet that was actually bought for the so-called terrorism activities can't be launched, because I'm perceiving that if that gazette is not actually written, or it is not carried out, or whatever they have to do, they do not do it, it will affect the fight between the military and the terrorists. Now, after 2 months, 2 good months, 60 days later, he is yet to even do anything about it. Somebody wrote, if you have been following, I think about almost a month ago, the person wrote and, you know, was like the AGF should do something about it so that people will not start talking about it. I was saying people have already started talking about it. It only shows prejudice. It shows how we cry racism. Africans cry racism outside the country when others do this to them. But even inter-African wise, we are not nice to ourselves. Even inter-nation wise, we are not nice to ourselves. We do not like telling ourselves the truth. We are so filled with hate for each other. So now tell me, what is exactly the thing keeping him from making this particular incident? Do they want more people to die? Because I don't understand. For every terrorist activity, activities that were actually allowed to happen without the military, you know, clamping or squashing these people, we have people dying, and it is not supposed. These people have been prescribed a terrorist group for a very long time, for 2 months now, last year, November, and still yet this is January and nothing has been done about it. Sincerely, it says a lot. It says a lot. Let's find out more. Stay with us, the news in detail. Apart from the two organizations, the court also designated the Yambinigo Group as well as the Yantara Group, including other similar groups operating under similar guise in other parts of Nigeria, especially in the northwest and north central geopolitical zones. As such, specifically, the court had restrained any person or group of persons from participating in any manner whatsoever in any form of activities involving or concerning the prosecution of a collective intention or otherwise of the Yambinigo Group and the Yantara Group under any name or platform, however called or described. This was at its pronounced terror activities to include but not limited to banditry, kidnappings for ransom, kidnappings for marriage, mass abduction of school children and other citizens, castle rustling, enslavement, imprisonment, severe deprivation of physical liberty, torture, rape, sexual slavery, enforced prostitution, forced pregnancy, other forms of sexual violence, attacks and killings in communities and commuters, and wanton destruction of lives and properties in Nigeria. Findings by this newspaper show that the government may not have gazetted the order of the court, thereby rendering it incorrect. People of Nigeria, I still say all I say here is prejudice and delaying to do what is going to help in making the military's work faster. And of course, do I call it terrorism activity now? No, I dare not. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. And until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.